Tremor is a medical condition that affects 25 million people worldwide. Tremor involves involuntary shakes in the arms and is commonly seen in Parkinson's disease. People affected by tremor have serious difficulties with eating and drinking, as well as other activities of daily living. STIL is a high-tech startup from the Netherlands that aims to provide a solution to people suffering from a tremor by delivering a wearable device. The product uses noise cancelling technology by measuring the tremor strength and applies a counteracting force.
Looking into STIL's product diffusion with the evolutionary model, we see that the market is currently in the adaptation phase. A few devices have been introduced while others, like STIL's device, are not in the market yet and have no diffusion. The market remains unstable with space for growth. Moving on to the opportunity analysis, we first look at the mindset behind STIL. The founder of the company has developed its technology for his master's thesis, and he personally applied for a grant to make it into a commercial application. We see that he is motivated because despite initially unclear market returns, he wanted to venture anyway. He also demonstrates commitment to a professionally engineered solution. We see that he shows entrepreneurial behavior by seeking the help of incubators like Delft. In addition, the company has experts to work with patients sensitively, showing good interpersonal skills. A macroeconomic change enabling STIL's work is the technological change, the development of noise-canceling technology. Also, the company is motivated by the social change of tremor-related diseases becoming common as world populations are aging. There are more than 25 million people in the world with tremors, and 83% of people in an interview said that they would buy STIL's product for €3,000. Meanwhile, the mechanical tremor suppression industry is still young, with no widespread solutions. Most of the competitors have only prototypes. Other competition is medications, which might work well, but have issues like side effects or variable effectiveness. STIL can create value in this industry by giving patients valuable peace of mind. The market size shows that the problem of tremors is both real and common. STIL's solution is effective because it can reduce arm shaking by up to 80%. It is also good against competitors in many aspects. Looking at the customer empathy map, we see that tremor patients want to be able to take care of themselves and not face any stigma. They are already turning to science for solutions. With these in mind, STIL makes the value proposition for patients who suffer from medical tremors. Our wearable device is a tremor-suppressing medical device that improves quality of life by letting patients function independently. Unlike medications, our product works well immediately and has no side effects. Unlike competing devices, our product does not restrict voluntary motion. When these discussions are mapped on a value proposition canvas, we see that STIL's product targets the customer's pains and gains directly. Next, market available to STIL is examined in detail. The total available market of tremor patients worldwide has 25 million potential customers. The serviceable available market is the European Union because of factors like geography, with 1.2 million potential customers. The serviceable obtainable market is the Netherlands, with 35,000 accessible patients. STIL's beachhead market is the wellness market, which contains the same customers as the SOM but presents the product with a different non-medical definition. Next, we analyze the timeline of STIL's growth stages. The early phases correspond to the founder's personal research and opportunity framing as he develops the product prototype for his master's thesis and makes an entrepreneurial commitment when receiving a grant to commercialize it. The company, now in its pre-organization phase, is preparing for clinical trials and CE certification for its alpha prototype, which is also its minimum viable product. When certified, STIL will have its venture credibility to introduce its product to the market by 2021. Looking into STIL's business model so far, we see that they target the medical market, but the barrier of needing CE certification has delayed the release. Hence, STIL applies the niche strategy of using a beachhead market, the wellness market. This is hindered by a shortage of interest for expensive non-medical products. Meanwhile, they considered selling the product as a tremor generator, but they have not yet identified a viable market. Hence, STIL is now doing niche market research and continuous certification work. The changing strategies of STIL are reflected in its business model canvases over time, with changing aspects like key partners or revenue streams. STIL also has other changing focuses over time, like focusing on funding in the early stages, and in the future focusing on new revenue streams and customer feedback. Another part of STIL's future is a potential partnership with Philips. Our analysis shows that both companies would benefit from this because Philips has programs dedicated to connecting health tech experts and investing in new ventures, while STIL's solution aligns with the vision of Philips, which is to help people in the comfort of their own homes.
Given the plans of STIL, we hope that they are successful in helping tremor patients across the world. Thank you for listening.